Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, today's episode is a little off cue. I'm going to go in a slightly different direction today because I had two patients that I overheard talking in the waiting area at the Acupuncture is My Life clinic here in New York City about being treated at the clinic by myself, and the changes in which they've noticed as a result. And both, one was a gentleman and one was a young lady. Well, not one was a gentleman and one was a female, and both, interestingly enough, requested that I speak of their discussion yesterday. Now, I'm going to keep the names out of it. I mean, one was interested in me bringing up his name. The other was like, it's my choice. But I'm going to keep both names out. They're my patients, but I'll bring up the topic. Now, they've been seeing myself for a few months, and this topic, I think I'm going to run this on, or request, I can't do it myself, I'm going to request that it be run on all of our social media platforms. This is why I say, follow Acupuncture is My Life on every platform under Acupuncture is My Life. Unless you're a Twitter person, it's at Acu_is My Life. As well as you can check out the website acupunctureismylife.com with great blogs running, but especially for the next few months. Blogs, we'll be running blogs on women's health. So, and you can also subscribe to our newsletter to receive newsletters emailed to you twice a week. Tons of health information and even ways in which you can benefit from acupuncture, acupressure, Eastern nutrition, and so forth and so on. But the topic in which I'd like to talk about or discuss today is throwing away your hair dye. Now, you have men as well as women that are coloring their hair to hide the gray. Please stop. Throw it out. One, age is such a beautiful thing. Think of it in a sense of wine, and this analogy is used a lot, but I'm just gonna try and go a little deeper with it. You consider fine wine aged wine. You wouldn't drink wine that was made 20 minutes ago. So why would you want to look as if you were born 20 minutes ago? Think about that for a second. Because many individuals run around and, oh my gosh, I have gray hair, or gray in my beard, or gray in my eyebrows. I have to hide this. Why? Why? When you invite guests over your homes, or you go to a restaurant and you order aged wine, you have no problems bragging about how old the wine is. But you won't brag about how old you are. Because not only with age can come beauty, but so can come wisdom with it. That's a great thing. Why do you want to hide that? But here's the key. And I'm going to hone in on, what my patient was discussing and why they push that I speak of it today. When they first came in to the Acupuncture is My Life clinic, one came in, and one of her concern was, along with others, her hair was gray. And she had heard that acupuncture can help with that. And yes, it can. Yes, it can. Many acupuncturists globally are great with one method, using 7-star needling for women that are losing their hair, as well as their hair graying. I'm not going to go too into detail, although they requested I go as deep as I want. No, I'm not. But what happens here is both patients share the same root cause that pertain to their graying. And that was stress. So as all acupuncturists, I don't like to use the term all, because I never speak in absolute terms. It can get you in trouble, but then, it's just not good to do that. So most acupuncturists, during intake, after intake, preceding treatment, during treatment, but more so preceding, explain to their patients the methodology behind their protocol. And even in some cases, how they've identified their root. And identifying the root helps treat the branch. So I'd explain to both. They didn't know each other. Yesterday, they just happened to have come in around the same time for treatment. So what happened here was, I'd explained to both of them when they first come in. Stress is the cause of your graying. And this is after diagnosing them, doing a complete intake. I'm not getting into the other issues in which they come to see me for. I'm sticking with gray hair and stress to make a point as requested by both individuals. So I discuss giving recommendations and ways to relax, finding ways in calming themselves, and how a part of their treatment protocol would focus on sedating stress levels, high levels of well, let's just stick with stress. I'm not going to get into the other aspects of their treatment. And how over the months, I wanted them to pay attention to certain areas, hair growth on their head. And after a few short months, they began to notice. Now, one went away on vacation for a few weeks, came back, resumed treatment. And she had even stated, it was very relaxing, and she noticed, and adhered to some of my recommendations, both individuals did, to sort of meditate, just wind down and just try and relax, all to their focus, and absorb the treatment. And they both notice as their stress levels reduce, the gray hairs on certain parts of their head, and even a gentleman on his chin, his beard, was going away. Many individuals don't realize that stress does cause gray hair. And you can reverse that process by reducing stress levels. And this is why I say over and over, you have to see your acupuncturist. Set yourself up for wellness visits. It'll change your life in such a way that you may not realize before ever having had an acupuncture treatment. So this is extremely important. Extremely important. See an acupuncturist. Along with seeing your doctor for your checkups and so forth and so on. And in more cases, your acupuncturist is going to reinforce that you do your annual checkups or semi-annual checkups. Because I know we do that here at Acupuncture is My Life. But many individuals do not realize the color of your hair whether it be gray or its normal color during your youth, corresponds with periods of stress. Many individuals do not realize that. They don't. And acupuncture is great for reducing stress. This is why I say to you over and over, health is wealth. It's not in the bank. It's not in your purse. It's not in your pocket. It's not in the safe. It's not under your mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. It's not under the doghouse in your backyard. It's in you. You see, many individuals don't realize a lot of these hair dyeing products have ammonia in it. And this ammonia, why it has ammonia is it has to break through the hair cuticle in order for the color, the chosen color, to deposit itself. Using this ammonia degrades the natural structure of your hair, drying it out, causing dullness, brittleness, and even causing it to look unhealthy. Now, I know there are some individuals out there that are saying, oh, well, I'm aware of that, so I use ammonia-free hair dyes. So, ammonia-free hair dyes, just because it's ammonia-free does not mean that it's safer. Because ammonia-free hair dyes contain monoethanolamine. That's what they replace ammonia with. Monoethanolamine. which does similar to what ammonia does. It opens up the cuticle so that the color can deposit itself. But guess what? It does somewhat the same type of damage to your hair that ammonia does. So you also, I mean, it may not be as dangerous or as harmful to your overall health, but it still causes your hair to dry out. It degrades it, makes it dull, gives it an unhealthy look. You see, some of these products that are used to dye or color your hair has cancer-causing agents in it. So even if you don't care to heed my advice, just be careful in the products in which you're purchasing, because it can even say it's peroxide free. Okay. The only difference with peroxide free hair coloring is it doesn't break through the hair cuticle. That's the only difference. So the fact that it doesn't break through the hair cuticle means that it just simply means the color's not going to stay long. So you're gonna have to you're gonna apply the coloring more frequently. Acupuncture is my life. Acupuncture is my life. Which is gonna, in the end, result in the same amount of damage that you've done with ammonia or ammonia-free products. You know what? If you're operating a vehicle right now, do me a favor. Pull it over to the side of the road. If you're crossing the street, hurry up and safely get across the street. And if you're carrying or lifting something heavy, take a moment, rest it down. I need everyone in a relaxed position right now. And I need you to close your eyes. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. Yep. Brand new you are. But simply reducing your stress levels can restore your natural hair color to a great extent. Now, I don't speak in absolute terms because there will be some gray. But gray is, as a man, when I look at women with gray, some gray in their hair, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. Is it worth it to expose yourself to harmful chemicals for a few minutes of beauty? Reduce your stress levels. See an acupuncturist. Acupuncturists are great at that. You have to understand. You see, not only can these hair dyes cause hair loss, because the last thing you want to do is lose hair as you're growing, you're aging. And I hear this a lot from women. Men, I get it from men too. But my personal experience, I hear it a lot from women. As I'm aging, the last thing I want to do is lose my hair. You can also experience allergic reactions from these dyes, and there are chemicals, as I said, in these dyes that are linked to cancer, along with the fact that it dries your hair out. The process of putting this in your hair is extremely time consuming as well as expensive. Acupuncture is my life. Acupuncture is my life. You'd spend less if you're using these dyes on the regular, or about the same, seeing an acupuncturist. And not only would it be beneficial for your hair to see an acupuncturist, but for your body and mind as well. Acupuncture is my life. Acupuncture is my life. This is why I say, if for nothing else, create regular wellness visits with your acupuncturist, because you must make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?